Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about passive reverse investments. These are investments that we can make around the house that will save us money on our utilities. In that way, you can call it a sort of ROI that's pretty much higher than the average ROI for an S&P 500 index fund, which is about 10% on average every year. So these will give you 12% and higher returns while saving you money and increasing your overall resale value of your home. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one you probably already have and you just don't want to go ahead and use them. They're fans, ceiling fans, guys. Ceiling fans actually save you, when used right, they save you an average of 8% of your cooling bill, which is about 48% of your total bill. So you can get ceiling fans for a variety of prices. You can even get them super cheap or even free on the Facebook market page or anywhere like that. The cool thing about this is that it does save you 8% of your cooling bill if you're used correctly, or it lowers your perceived temperature by 4 degrees by cooling you down. So if your home is 78 degrees and you want to feel cooler, instead of turning down the AC, turn on a fan and you feel like it's 74 degrees out. So it's actually pretty comfortable, guys. I use mine all the time. On average, they can save you about $50 a year or $3.84 a month. Okay, the next one we're going to be talking about is an upgrade that I did, and everybody with a new house should already have these. These are LED light bulbs. Okay, so whenever your old light bulb, incandescent light bulb, just burns out, go ahead and upgrade to an LED one. The initial investment is about a $10 cost difference. Instead of buying incandescent, you just pay a little bit more for an LED. Nowadays, you can probably get them about the same price on Amazon. This $1.24 per LED, that's on Home Depot. Amazon gives it to you about $1. So if you do go for Home Depot, which is sort of last minute, go ahead and buy it anyway, and that'll save you about 25 cents per hour. And most households have them on for about 4 hours a week. So that averages out to about $50 a year or $4.27 a month. Don't worry, guys. Towards the end of this, you'll understand that it builds up over time. The next one we're going to be looking at are shower heads. Okay, most shower heads in a home are about 2.5 gallons per minute. Okay, and what these do is that if you get them for a low enough GPM, then if you find a good one, you can actually get them down to about 1 gallon per minute. And I know this because I have a 1 gallon per minute one, and it has 4 different settings, and you can actually adjust the flow to up to 4 gallons a minute. It's really amazing. My wife loves it. I love it. We have not noticed any negative differences. But you can actually find one. I found mine for $16. Okay, so for the investment, it wasn't too bad, and it actually saved me quite a bit of money over the long term. Every year it saves you about it saves you about $12 or more. As you can see here, from 2.5 to 1 gallon saves you about $12 or more every year in water savings. But the cool thing is, it's not about the water saving, it's about how much hot water you're using. That's where the real money comes in. Over the course of a year, you get to save about $142 in water heating costs, or about $12 a month per shower head, guys. The average house has 2 showers, so that's $24 every month that you can save by just switching the shower head. So far, there has been no change in our lives. We just do these couple of changes and move on with our savings. This next one is a little bit more expensive. It's a drinking water filter. You can actually get them for as low as $50 to a couple of $1,000. You know, for water filters, it's crazy. I think I know a person that has them for $5,000, and he says it's a good investment. But I think I felt comfortable with a medium price range one, which is about $253 for the equipment, and about $150 for the water filter changes every year. That might sound like a lot, but the average person uses about $1,460 in bottled water per person every year annually, guys. This is about 4 cents an ounce. So in the first year, you'd actually be saving money, even if you're finishing your initial investment. you're actually making $1,000 in profit, guys, which is the difference. Every year after that, you're only paying for the filters, so you're actually making $1,300 a year in profit, or $109 a month in savings, guys. So actually, you might want to think a little bit long about that one. The one I did buy is I think it's called Express Water. See if I can find it, and I think it was this one. This is the one I bought, and I actually bought mine with the pump. It was on special, so this is one I have. It's about 100 gallons per day. 11 stage is really nice. Maybe later we can talk more about that. This next one that we're going to be looking into is the your windows, guys. Your windows. A lot of people want to save money by installing super efficient blow-in insulation. That saves you like 10 to 12% on your cooling costs. I mean, when you're looking at saving money on heating or cooling, keeping cold air in and not getting hot, look into ceramic window film, guys. That saves you about 30% of your electric bill, or of the cooling part of it. So cooling bill is 48%. You're saving 30% of that bill, of 38% of 48%. For me, that's about $14.40 a month. Most people, their bill's about 3 times higher than mine. So that's 14 times 3, which is about $42 every month that you can save. I know the initial investment is pretty high. I do have 16 windows, and that's just the cost of buying the film. You'd have to install it yourself. But for $42 a month for the average person, that's about $504 every year. I'm saving minimal stuff, about $187 a year, but that's still saving to me, you know. It'll pay off in 3 years, but over the course of 15 years, I'll be making $2,800 minus the $360. Most people can get that money back way faster than I can, but I'd still see it as money coming in. The next one is a little bit of a rarity to do this, but I switched my electric dryer to a gas dryer. I actually pay 15 cents a kilowatt, so that's 5 cents more than the average. The average person pays 10 cents a kilowatt, and that's because I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. But if you switch over to a natural gas dryer, you can actually save about $44 every year, or $3.60 a month. Over the lifespan of the dryer, that's $440. You can pretty much buy a new dryer after that. But I mean, that's still saving, guys. And all of these are still higher than the 10% S&P 500 returns you're gonna find in your normal savings. So you're still getting a good amount of money back, above average actually. The next one is a little bit out of normal, but a lot of people do this when they're buying a new house, a new build. I ended up finding mine for about $200 on the Facebook Marketplace, and I paid about $200. So this is probably not going to be common, but you might want to think about it because it does save quite a bit of money, 50 to 80% savings of water heating costs. And what a solar water heater does is it preheats or fully heats your water, so that it might not even need to be heated by your electric water heating element, or it'll be very minimal. Let me see if I can find a pic for you guys here. And here it is. Boom. This one right here. So this is a solar water heater, guys. This one right here is pretty much the one I got. It's 2 panels, and what it does is it sends water up to the roof or wherever you have it placed, and it heats up the water for you using the sun, kind of like leaving your water hose outside, and you turn it on the first couple of seconds, it's burning hot water. And that's pretty much what this solar water heater does. It can get pretty expensive. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people do it whenever they find a good deal and they're competent enough to do it themselves. But my initial investment was about $200, and it saves 80%, 50 to 80% of water heating costs. This 50 to 80% it depends on the months. Obviously, in winter you're saving about 50%. In the summer you're saving about 85%. So on average you save about $24 or $25 every month. So that's it. One little surprise that I got, pretty cool. is that if you take that savings and you invest it, you because it actually almost it adds 10% to your savings. You get me? And it's pretty wise to do. There's actually different ways, like a 451 plan or 457 plan, 570 something plan for kids savings or whatever, college savings. You might want to put it into that. The point is, you're making money when there was no money to be made, and with just making very little differences that you won't even notice. Guys, half the stuff I did on my house, I have not even noticed it. My wife doesn't complain that she notices a difference. So it's just pretty amazing. $183 initial investment, monthly contribution $183.87 over the term of 20 years for when my daughter's in college, at an estimated interest rate of 10%, which is the average for the S&P 500. That gets you about $127,604. Guys, when you're investing money, don't just leave it in the bank. The bank gives you less than 1%, and the problem with that is, you might say, oh, that's still money back. No, it's not, guys. The average inflation or the devaluation of money is 7% per year. So you want minimum 8% returns, guys, to be able to beat inflation rates. Otherwise, your money is sitting there and actually goes negative, technically, in value. So, guys, something quick to think about. And thanks for listening. Have a good one.